Hi, it's your girl Mona Lisa with Familiar Faces. I know you haven't seen me in a while, but I've been so busy doing a lot of things, and plus tending to my daughter that been in the hospital for a while, and she's okay. Shannon's doing fine, but you know she's my first priority, and when it comes to her, I have to stop what I'm doing and take care of her. Anyway, it's April 5th. Shout out to my sister-in-law, Charlotte. April 5th, 2022. We're in this today. And that's something we need to be thankful for. We take things for granted, but we're in today. I weighed in on Will Smith and Chris Rock. I know I haven't been there. I've been listening to everybody comment. Facebook, Instagram, just listening to around the world on TV, cable, all over the news. You know, it's just been everywhere because this is history in the making, and we know it, and they love to see two of us Afro-American fighting, and that was, we gave it to them. So let's first start with Will Smith. Okay, Will, you're the iconic person. You big as Denzel Washington, Tom Cruise. You're bigger than life itself. I mean, you iRobot Man, you Men in Black with Tommy Lee Jones. I mean, y'all iconic figures. So as celebrities, you know, you have to stay in your place. You like the $1 million man like Samuel L. Jackson. You know, you're big guy. You're a big guy in the public eye. And when Denzel said you went to your weakest moment, like, you know, the devil came out. I mean, at your biggest moment, you got weak. You allow Satan to take your award. And now Chris Rock, you know how it reversed. Now Chris Rock is the man. You gave your status to Chris Rock. Everybody knows Chris Rock. Chris Rock is big in his own right, too. I can't take that away from him. But you gave him your biggest, the African award, the Oscars. We're there. We was there. All black people getting ready to win awards. I mean, this was our day. And you allow, I hate to say that Jezebel spirit like Jada Pickett, and I love Jada Pickett Smith, but you allow that spirit to override you. This is when you have to stay the strongest, Will, because, like I said, you already was there, you already big time, and you allow this one day of fame, just if it could have been for just, 5-10 minutes, you lost it. You slapped a guy on national TV in front of the whole world. You can't get past that. The whole nation, everybody's seen it. It's probably all over everywhere. I'm trying to get this hair out of my eye. That one day of fame, so to speak, you allowed this to happen. You waited for this achievement all your life. This is what you worked for. This is what all you built up for. Like we say, Wild Wild West probably was the weakest, but when I look at Wild Wild West, they allowed a black man to play that part, which I was proud of. So you went places no one else could go. And all over looking over at Jada as someone that already kind of disrespect you at the round table because of her entanglement. I mean, I know you two probably do what you do, open marriage, but I know you agreed to something that she wanted, the open marriage. But y'all could have kept that quiet. That's not something everybody should know. But I know when she was with August, she probably want everybody to know, hey, they see me out here with August taking photos and all this, and I have to explain myself. Yes, and it did look pretty because you don't look good at the red table talking about it. And you wasn't pleased with it at all. Even when you told her, call it what it is, it's unfair. She didn't want to say it. The whole time she didn't want to say unfair, she just said entanglement. But you was on Front Street in front of the world. Your children, what they do, Willow and Jada, they all over the world. Y'all powerhouse couple. Everyone knows that. A black couple, y'all big as Obama and Michelle. I mean, y'all powerhouses. And for that one moment, what Chris Rock said wasn't even that bad. It wasn't insulting like people trying to pretend. Because when you look at the movie G.I. Jane, that lady she had power. She overcame everything, obstacle that came her way. She didn't care, and she was so trying to prove a point to the men what she can be. That was a compliment to Jada Pickett. And then she looked like Demi Moore. That was the joke. That's why Will laughed. She looked like her. But Demi Moore's not an ugly person. And she was a strong and courageous person on that movie. So Jada should have took that in stride instead of rolling her eyes. She knew her husband, his weakness. She knew what would get to Will. He look over at her. She don't look pleased. Cause he know he probably got to deal with this when he get home. So let me take this matter into my hands now. But what he should have did was waited to the acceptance speech, and he should have addressed Chris Rock then and said, "I didn't appreciate you talking about my wife. It's a time and a place for everything, but this time on this platform, Will Smith, it was your time. Did you go slap a man, slap somebody, hit whatever you want to call it? You play Muhammad Ali. I said, your training lessons. You're not allowed to really put your hands on somebody like that, but." It wasn't pretty. Chris Rock, now you're in that place. Now you're big time. He boosts your fame. And I'm like Jim Carrey. Yes, I would ask for 2 or 3 million. They have it. I mean, they have it to spare. Because else, like, Will slapped you, so slap him with the lawsuit. Because that will teach other people not to do what he did. Else, it's going to be going all day. Somebody going to go slap a comedian. You got to nip this in the bud in the beginning now. And like I said, I'm not worried about the Oscars. They don't need to take the Oscar from Will, because we know so many people got away with taking the Oscars. I didn't even like the way they did O.J. Simpson and the rest of them. Because, and Bill Cosby, you always make our people look bad. And a lot of white men do way more than a black man, and they still standing, so to speak. Bill Cosby didn't do no more than the women allowed him to do. When they knew he was Bill Cosby, believe me, they ran to him. That's what the white women do. They do it all the time. So is our black men, because they want to keep in the money. Like Michael Jackson, for instance. Those weren't his kids. Okay? Paris and Blanket or whatever. Those are not his children. But you got to keep the money with the white supremacy, so to speak. You got to keep the money in the white family. So he wouldn't pretend like he had children by them. They don't have a black feature or nothing on them. They don't even look like Michael Jackson. Not at all. Not at all. But guess what? They got his money. And that's what the white man do. They get their money back. Will, they got their money back. You did all this. You did all this to be who you are, Will Smith. And you look like a fool on stage. And I hope it wasn't a setup, because if it was, that was a good setup. I mean, to make it look like you're happy, because I know how media could be. I know how they could pretend. I already know. But I just hope you didn't do that to yourself. And over Jada, like I said, that's your wife, but come on. You lost your lifetime award over it. Let me go speak up for my wife. You could have slapped August. I mean, you didn't want to put your hands on him, and he in your house with your wife. So if you can say you separated, whatever, I don't care. Call it what it is. It's still what it is. Okay, you're still married. It's still adultery. You're still married. So no, it's wrong. So you don't need to put that in the limelight like that. Well, you know better. I was in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. We like all your movies. We like all this. And you went places. You went there. You got the money. You got the achievement. You got everything. You got everything you ever wanted. And again, like Denzel said, you let the devil take that day from you. You allow him to creep in. You allow him to take your life. Then you want to sit around looking like you happy, dancing at the party, dancing with your family. They're making you look like a fool. I mean, I know you're trying to play it off like you cool, whatever. You in your mind had to say, wow, why did I even do this? What was I thinking? But it probably happened in the home all the time. We don't know what goes on in your home. Y'all probably used to this kind of stuff. They probably get slapped around. We don't know. But you're proving a different Will Smith to the world. We see a different character. I just believe you got so much battle inside of you because of your family that you was able to take it out on Chris Rock. Chris Rock does what he do. He's a comedian. They focus on you. Ask Steve Harvey. Ask Cedric the Entertainer. Ask Cheryl Underwood. Ask people like that. They know that's what comedians do. Jim Carrey. Come on, y'all. We know what y'all do. And we're sitting there. You might zoom in on me. I already know that. But guess what? I'm there. I'm like a sitting up for open season for you. But comedians look for this. And the Richard Pryor's, the Red Fox. They all did this. And people, there's nothing new under the sun. You done took something away from Prince. You was like a king, and you got to understand how King Richard and his daughters feel. You took that big day. And a lot of the awards, people got awards for all over, I mean, everywhere. You took that from them. Well, people don't even know what the other people got awards for. That's how it was. When Samuel Jackson and, was it Denzel Washington? Wouldn't even know what was going on because everybody was focused on you. Is this real? Did this really happen? Oh, you know how that went viral? Went all over the world. Everybody looking at their phones now. They ain't looking at, they ain't listening to the acceptance speeches and all that. Even Regina Hall, I think Regina Hall made a crack about it was okay because Jada approved it. That was a low joke too, because that was showing that was an open marriage. So nobody went and slapped her because it was just a joke. And I don't know how you feel about Chris Rock, and he talked about being bullied and how he tried to control his anger and what he went through as like why he made everybody hate Chris, and then you go do that to him on the stage. I know he want to say thank you for giving me your fame, because now it's about Chris. You put that boy up on the pedestal where he wasn't. He was already big. He was already big. I put it there, but he's bigger. You gave the baton to him. You said, "Here, Chris, you have it," and you gave it to him. Now you might as well go in your seat and sing along. Because now you always going to know Will as the person that slapped Chris Rock. You're going to go down in history. Every decade going to know this is what happened at the Oscars. When they finally put our people, our Afro-American people in, you finally put us in our place. And this is what the white men said we do anyway. We don't know how to act on the stage. That's why we never been there. We always fight each other. We don't know where. They call us animals. Okay, you made a product of what they're talking about. You made us look bad. But anyway, it's April 5th, 2022, Tuesday afternoon. And you can voice your opinion. You can put it, type under it how you feel about this. But I do express my feeling. And remember, people, everybody have their own feeling and their own thought about everything. Some people probably feel Will was right. Some people feel Jada was right. Some people feel Chris was right. But let it be your opinion. Don't get mad because somebody else feels some type of way. That's why we was divided with this COVID, and maybe it's not COVID. Biden, Trump, LeBron, Kyrie. There's always division. Can't we be on one page about something? And even if we're not, be who you are, because God made us all different. That's what makes it the world beautiful, because we're all different people. We're all entitled to our own opinion, but don't get mad at somebody else's opinion. That's not class at all. But anyway, stay focused in your today. This is Mona Lisa with Familiar Faces. You stick with me as I continue to take you places.